What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Revolution. So if you were around this morning, the devs for Marvel Future Revolution have finally decided to drop the detailed notice and updates for the 4.6 maintenance, which should be happening tonight from 4.6 to 4.7. So not tonight, tomorrow night, basically at 23:59. So it'll happen after that. So first off, they've got the half-year anniversary and Mischief Maker tokens are going to be able to be dismantled for gold. Thank God I'll be able to get rid of those things from my inventory. As well, they're going to be dropping the Alliance Raid beta that they were introducing. Basically, you're going to be fighting supervillains, and it's going to be like, you know, the same way. Essentially, if you looked at the Essentially, if you looked at Alliance Raid Beta in the same way that you looked at Omega Alliance Omega War, you basically get the gist of what it is that you're going to be doing for Alliance Raid. Except here, instead of fighting other players, you're going to be fighting the same boss. So I like to compare this to giant boss raids. If you play DCU Legends, which is another MMO game, they have this on continual rotation as well. I've been saying that for a while now. It's not anything special. Like, this isn't a new idea. This is new content in terms of like something that we've seen before. So in order to enter into the Alliance Raid, you're going to have an alliance level of 6 or higher. You're going to have 20 levels. It's going to basically be up to 16 participants. You're going to have once a day per hero. So that means that, you know, all of your characters inside your squad are basically eligible to participate. What this is basically doing is changing the nature of Marvel Future Revolution in a sense, but it's not a good thing necessarily, because basically what they want you to go forth doing now is they want you to level up multitudes of heroes. But in order to equip characters in this game so that way they're actually viable, it takes quite a bit, and it legitimately means, you know, almost diverting resources from your main hero to these side characters. You could outfit them with, you know, level 4, level 5, you know, gear, but yeah, I'm not really enthusiastic about the shift here in, you know, the MMORPG based character, where we put so much into the one character, to then have to now try to do it inside a game where the monetization of leveling up characters and gearing characters is so expensive. So it's going to be every Monday. The reset period is going to happen every Monday at 0 dark 30, and then it's going to basically be personal achievement rewards. They're going to have alliance raid based points and alliance based difficulty achievements as well. So should be good. One of the more exciting things that they're bringing is a sparring court. I think this is going to be great because you're able to basically pull in your character and spar other friends. This should make figuring out certain mechanics, like changes on characters and, you know, things like that a little bit more easy for players to do, because you'll basically be able to say, hey, let's jump in here. I can jump in with, you know, my Doctor Strange, and I can try out some different things inside here, and players will be able to figure out more with a character, because there's going to be more testing time that they're going to basically have by having the sparring court available. Epic Invasion Mad Titan is going to be updated. So the return of Thanos to threaten Primary Earth is here. Protect Doctor Strange from unending attacks of villains and restore peace in Primary Earth and Omega Flight by locating Thanos and stopping his plans. So we've been here. We've done the Omega War before. I have a feeling that this is going to have an extremely high power value instead of coming in where it came before. So like, for instance, this past Magneto one, you had to have 1.7 million power. I really do believe that they're going to inflate that again. I don't think it's going to be 1.7 million. I'm hoping that it is, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Basically, if level 50 hero or higher is required, you're basically going to get new battle badges, the alloys and the gold are going to return. So these are going to be new battle badges. Now, they did say in a previous post that the, battle badges are going to come a little bit differently than they did this time, meaning there's going to be some hindrances to these badges or to these stats, but they could be rebalanced with some of the bonus stats that are going to be given on the badge. Now, how that's going to play out, I don't know, but I do know one thing for sure. It's way too many levels of RNG. I don't understand why this game doesn't understand that. It's like the junior devs over at Marvel Future Revolution just do not understand the main problem with this game currently, besides the cost, because we can talk about that, is the many layers of RNG. There are too many layers of RNG in this game. The Epic Invasion Celebration event, they're going to have some new things going on for those, so details to come. And just like we thought, Moon Knight is joining us as a companion in the game. So it's going to be applying the attack stats to the game. Now, these are very minimal unless you're going to really pop out and, hit that whale level on a character. This is an interesting thing here. It kind of pisses me off, and at the same time, it really makes me question things. They're basically going to be adding hero XP acquisition in the open world, in the sandbox titles, which they're still going to have training grounds giving the best XP, but they're going to have hero XP in the open world. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't understand the nature of this. The nature of you telling me that you are going to have training grounds, something that we get tickets and stuff like that, and we get the 3 hours per week, but you basically have monetized leveling up heroes. That's essentially what you've done by adding in this new ticket item. You've also watered down other item boxes by adding this ticket item in there. That's essentially what has happened here, okay? And now you're going to tell me that you've always had the ability to increase the hero XP that we've gotten from the field, which means that players could have literally been AFK farming, XP for heroes in this open world. And always, there's no reason for training grounds to exist. There's absolutely no reason for training grounds to exist. We already have to farm the open world area for most wanted targets. We already have to farm the open world for things like the regional material mats and stuff like that. There's no reason. I'm going to stand firm on this. There is no reason for training grounds to exist. I don't understand it, and it pisses me off to see that they're now going to add hero XP into the open world. Meanwhile, the highest level that we can go inside training grounds is Sakaar. They haven't added a new region to reflect the new dark domain inside of training grounds, right? Meaning, like, if I come over here to the training grounds area, right? And so you go inside here, and I go operations, training grounds. The areas you get to select to only go up to level 100. We still have the dark domain area that's available to you inside the game, and potentially that means that the villains that are available inside the dark domain also are of a higher level than the villains that are inside Sakaar. So why is there a new level 115, 120, whatever, level 110 dark domain inside here, the way it is inside the open world? It's just one of those things that is like clear put that you're literally just pushing something out there to monetize this. There's no reason for the training grounds to exist. There is no reason. And the monetization that people don't seem to understand about that, and the watering down of the prize pool because you add these things, is just atrocious. They're also saying that they're basically going to lower the health of villains that appear in the field. They're going to be slightly decreased. They're also going to be now, here goes another thing that makes no sense to me. Battle badges, or high grade battle badges, are now going to be obtainable upon defeating villains in the field. So you're going to get adjustments to 3 to star 5 battle badges, which can be obtained. This makes no sense. You just invalidated the Epic, the Blitz, the Omega War, and the Dark Zone battle badges. You've just, by and large, invalidated those, especially because nobody's going to be dropping out in the field to try to get battle badges when you could jump inside of the Epic Invasion events and put all your time and effort there. Nobody cares about the battle badges from Blitz, Invasion, or from Blitz, Omega War, or Dark Zone anymore, because you've already said these badges over here are the pinnacle. I'm going to hunt the pinnacle and try to equip those. I'm not going to, hunt for these. So it makes no sense to add high grade battle badges to the enemies, to the field enemies. It just makes no sense. They're also going to be streamlining the level design of New Stark City until Hydra Empire, and the amount of gold acquired from dismantling battle badges will be increased. So there goes your one benefit, is that the gold rewards basically from obtaining these high level battle badges will be there. So what this will effectively do for players, right, is going to have a lot more players basically leave those things on AFK, because they'll be able to collect those battle badges. They're going to want to upgrade their inventory because battle badges don't stack. And so you're going to want to have room for all this stuff or whatever. So that way now you can populate and dismantle battle badges. That's essentially what that's going to do, right? Now, they're also saying that they're going to improve the Transmutator. They're really not. They're adding a feature to just relay transmute. That's not really an improvement, because the improvement that we want is to basically be able to just select the character that we want so we can, get those. That would be an improvement. Right now, I've done this probably about 3 or 4 times with the Transmutator, and you can spend anywhere from like 10 to 20 million gold unless you just have absolutely balls of luck and you get the character and the stat that you want. It just takes forever to transmute shit inside here, especially for like Omega cards and things like that. So you can transmute for, your costumes and stuff. This transmutation now will be available for Magic, which means that adds another percentage decrease to your character being able to get to the character that you want. So like if you were playing as like, Captain Marvel, now you have like a 1 in 8 chance, you know what I mean? And then when the new heroes release and they're added to the Transmutator, then we'll have it. But we know they're not going to be able to lie to us this time and tell us, hey, Transmutator is not going to be available because there's something wrong in the system. We have to figure it out, like they did in December with Magic. We know that the real reason that Magic was not in the Transmutator is because they were trying to monetize people getting it. And now everybody who waited can transmutate to the character without having to go through that. But this was a way to obviously monetize the character being released. Two doesn't half one way or another. Basically, the bad part about it is you lied to us. Just come out in the beginning and say that, hey, you know what? Magic's not going to be available for transmutation for some time, because we want to monetize her outfits and stuff like that or whatever, and people purchasing those. Don't lie to us and tell us, oh, there's something wrong inside the system, so she's not available for this time. If y'all remember, go back to my videos in December when Magic was released. I pointed this out. Like, it's bullshit to me then, and it's still bullshit to me now, because basically with the release of Wanda, and I don't know why people don't seem to know that is Wanda. Like it almost says to me like you're a comic idiot. Like Hex. The Hex Witch, that's how she began. Hex bolts, Hex spheres, probability calculation, and everything in between. The Wanda that we have inside the MCU is basically the Chaos Witch. This is the evolution of her powers. So there's only one reason why they would tell us put the Hex code in. Yeah, okay. So anyways, moving right along, right? So the those are going to be updated, right? So then after they get past the transmutation, they talk about a number of improvements for special battle badges that are going to be added into the game. So basically, essentially, the special battle badges, you have to unequip them, do all this other rigmarole. They basically make it so that way it's easier to facilitate leveling up the character, leveling up the battle badges in the process. Great, because it was a pain in the ass before, and I wasted one of my alloys. I was pretty pissed off about it when I did it. Then they're going to have an option to only automatically use companions during battle, because this was annoying. Like, essentially, your companions would get summoned regardless of whether you were in a battle or not. So if you're inside, like, whatever kind of mode, the companion would just summon and you just be doing nothing or whatever. So it's kind of stupid. They're going to also give you a way to, change the value of the total amount of consumables and auto med kits you want. And then the rest of this, not very much inside here in terms of things that, players are going to be concerned about. Yeah, so this is going to be the one thing that I noticed inside here, an issue where the applied epic invasion buff cancels when Doctor Strange's Elder Sword bladed defense is used will be fixed. I'm not sure what the hell that was about, so I'm really interested. They're also going to have a litany of new events, and we cannot go a single update without Marvel's new offers. If these were offers worth value, I'd be like, yay. But since they're offers that I already look at where it's like a negative for me, no. I haven't made any significant purchases in this game in probably 3 months. It's not looking good. When you're basically saying to players that the thing that they've basically got to look forward to come back is basically the redo of Epic Invasion, it doesn't look so great. Now the Alliance raid, let's see how that plays out and see how intriguing of content that it can be. If you've played this before inside DC Legends though, like a game like DC Legends, you understand that it basically runs into the same gamut of what happens inside of Invasion. You basically have Invasion going along with this raid, and just adds another content that you go in and you we'll see if they have auto mode inside it, but you go in, you do as much damage as you can until everybody else finishes their damage amount, and it goes on to the next villain, and hopefully the rewards are rewarding. That's the best thing I can say. Right now, they still have yet to address anything from the exploits to the exploits to the rewarding system to the core system. They haven't addressed a lot of things necessary to address in this game. The Marvel Mall needs to be reiterated, especially with this pivot in direction towards having people level up all heroes and try to gear up all heroes for content. I mean, cards and everything like that withstanding, it is way too expensive in this game to level up a hero. And let's put it this way. I know some people are gonna be like, no, it's not expensive. You don't have to do that. And you'll be like, yeah, if I don't pay into this system, then I basically have to go into time. And it is way too time consuming to level up a hero inside this game as well. Even as a free-to-play player, you're basically looking at 1 to 9 months, 9 months to basically get to a in-game level of like 1.7 mil or some shit like that. Like the amount of gear that you would have to be consuming. I've seen a lot of players lying about being free-to-play too. Like, oh no, I'm 1.7 million free. Bullshit. So it's weird, but let's see what they bring this update. I'm not excited to see that Moon Knight is going to be a companion. I wanted to jump back to this because this is one of those things that I really felt like the game should have struck out on in the same fashion that Marvel Future Fight does, is that when these new series and these new movies are introduced, that we essentially get these characters, to play, not as companions. Like this companion pool, I'm not mad at the monetization for the companions. Does it suck? Yeah, the companion system kind of sucks. They've done a better thing about trying to make it so that way people could get the companions, but yeah, it's kind of weird. And then we look at this Moon Knight companion. We can see like throw shurikens at multiple targets, dealing X% damage and inflicting Moon's Mark. The target with Moon Mark takes DOT, and they are blinded when Moon's Mark turns into full moon. Like, I hate to tell them, but these DOT skills that they've have on characters, even the stacking skills, like you can call them what they are for like Star-Lord and Storm. These skills are not that great even on like Star-Lord and Storm. So like even putting them on a companion, it's like, for real, bro? Like, this is probably gonna seem mostly like we're adding in a companion just to kind of coincide with what's going on for the Moon Knight series. But those are the notes, guys. Sorry that took longer than I wanted to take, but yeah. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.